Good evening. I'm going to take a brief moment in time to admonish you, to talk with you, to update you. And wanted to say, in this journey of manifestation, in establishing your base and working on, your dietary intake, and cleaning up, and basically, doing housekeeping on yourself. Be aware that many things will come to light. Those demons and things that you have not dealt with are more than likely going to surface, and you're going to have to evaluate and deal with them. Evaluate them and deal with them. And it certainly may not be very comfortable. It may be paradigm shifting. It may be life changing. To thine own self be true. And if you find yourself up against that type of a scenario or situation, it would behoove you not to run from it, but to embrace it for what it has to offer you in that particular moment in time. A lot of us, myself included, have been holding on to baggage, lots of baggage, and it's hard to let go of that baggage because that baggage has started to define us to ourselves more significantly. Significantly. Meaning it's become kind of our comfort zone, and it becomes cheaper to keep her, as the saying goes, right? So I don't want to stir nothing up. I want growth. I want manifestation. I want all of those things. But I don't want to confront or deal with situations that are glaring, that are right in your face, that have been in your life for, decades, and they're not doing you any good. And so, what do you aspire to do about that? Because now that you're pursuing after manifestation and you're consecrating and you're being truthful, honest, and doing a lot of self-analysis and evaluation, those things are going to surface, and you're going to be smacked right in the face with those issues, those items, those individuals. And what are you going to do? That's either going to cause you to come off the consecration, to come off of the pursuit of manifestation, right? Because you're betraying yourself, and you perhaps are living a lie. You know this. And so use this opportunity that's going to present itself in your pursuit of this manifestation and employing these steps and things, not to run from it, but to embrace it and then deal with it. Because probably a lot of these things that are involved in our lives, we need to shed. I was talking to one of my coworkers, about life in general and about being bound to things and not really doing those things that really make us happy, and questioning, why are we doing the things that we're doing? Why do we come to work every day? If you don't want to be here, what is the end goal? How long do you aspire to do this? So, again, to each and every one of us, to our own selves be true. What really makes you happy? Where's the real joy in living? What would that be for you? It's not the same for everybody, but you have to be true to yourself. And I don't want anybody to panic or make, impromptu decisions that bring about destruction or whatever. But if you're in a state of persistent and consistent misery, are you really living anyways? Are you really living? What is the point? If you've been in a relationship for decades or what have you, are you only together because your religion says that you must stay together or you should stay together, otherwise it's a sin? Are you only together to please the in-laws or your particular family so they don't perceive you as failing? Why are you still stuck in that situation? Is it for economical purposes? Is it because you want your children to have a dad, or vice versa? Why are you still in this situation? To thine own self be true. Ask yourself the question. Economically, if you exempted yourself from that situation, have you not been through worse scenarios and worse situations and come back? Now, what is your peace? What is your peace and joy and happiness worth to you? Are you cool with being miserable living in a mansion when you can have peace, tranquility, and joy in a shelter? That to thine own self be true. You worked hard, you built yourself up to the point at which you are at today. But if that job is draining the life out of you, who said that you had to just stick it out? Who said that? I understand that that's the way of capitalism. I understand, corporate America has set that standard. But is it to the point of death? For you, your family? When is enough? Is the question. When is enough? When is enough enough? And so I just want you to think about those things, because when you, again, pursue after manifestation, these types of things are going to be face front. They're going to present themselves to you. And I guess I would just admonish you to be careful with your decisions. I don't make your decisions or, allow fear to sway your considerations. Because I can almost assure you that everyone that ascended to greatness had to overcome a similar fear. They weren't certain, they weren't sure about the decision they were about to make. But it turned out to be the most valuable and most important decision ever. You know, what is your peace worth? What is your life worth? What is your time worth? Again, you know, this is not a message to get you to run into your boss's office tomorrow and say, I quit. No, this ain't that type of message. And believe me, I've done that. I have done that. I have done that probably 2 to 3 times. You know, I've had the owner of the company come and say, are you sure? I mean, you're making great money here. You got great benefits. Can I ask why you're going to do this? Like, you know, and I had to tell him, like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I just feel it. I mean, I just feel like this is the direction I need to go in, you know. But I've never really looked back and regretted, I don't believe, that decision. Everything was a chain of events leading to the now. I don't know where I would have been had I stayed there. I don't know. We don't know. We don't have those answers right now, right? But the point is, I just don't believe misery is a requirement. I don't believe misery is a requirement. I just don't believe it. I believe that anytime we are in misery, we should exit. I just believe that. I believe that. I just believe that. I don't believe we're supposed to just bed down in misery. It shows in our DNA that we're not supposed to. High stress is a killer. You know, misery is a killer. Our bodies are not even meant to chemically handle that. You know, we're supposed to have perhaps momentary experiences of fight or flight, but to stay in a persistent state of that is devastating, damaging to our systems. We're not supposed to be there. So consider these things. All right, I'm not going to belabor the time. Consider these things. I just wanted to put this out there. Somebody perhaps need to hear it. I know I do. What's your life worth? What is your time worth? What is your energy worth? So redeem the time, as the scripture says. Redeem the time. We don't have much of it in the grand scheme of things. I'm thinking back myself in closing. How many decades have I won't say wasted, but just living in unnecessary misery, because I chose to stretch it out and just stick in that thing no matter what. I just chose to stay there, you know, because it was comfortable, it was good. You know, I'm not saying I wish I would have never been with such and such a person, right? That's not the point. I'm glad I met them. You know, I'm glad I had, you know, my child with them, perhaps, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not regretting the whole situation and scenario, but did it have to last 10, 15 years? Or was it time to go like year 3 and I just stood in it just because it was comfortable? I just wanted what I wanted. You feel me? So just consider these things. 15 minutes and 11 seconds. All right. I'll see you on the next upload. Peace.